my senior pictures while I talk about how I found out my ex was cheating on me with his ex. Girls, buckle up because this is going to be a long ride. So backstory, my ex lives an hour away from me. So when we first got together, he had told me that his ex-girlfriend was, and her friends were like talking about me and just saying all this stuff. And I decided that I was going to take things into my own hands. So I made him give me her number so I could call and talk to her. So when I get on the phone with her, I pretty much tell her, I was like, listen, I'm with him now. Like, you need to get over it. Like, me and him are together. And she was like, well, he's obviously not telling you everything. And he's on the phone too. And she was like, well, do you want to see like screenshots and all this stuff? And I was like, yeah, you do. Well, anyways, my ex-boyfriend was like, hang up now. Like, we're not getting into drama. So why did you make me hang up? And he was like, because she is absolutely insane, and like she is going to do everything she can to possibly ruin our relationship, and she's going to lie to you into saying that she tried running him over one time with a car, which is not true because she didn't even have her license at the time, but I didn't know that. So he was like, you need to block her on everything. Like, you need to block her friends. Like, they're going to talk about us, and like, you have to block her. So I went out of my way finding every single one of her friends, and this is like the key detail. I had blocked her on everything. Blocked her friends, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, literally anything you name it, they were blocked. They could not see anything that I was posting. Okay, so a couple months fast forward, and I'm just not getting treated the way that I'm supposed to. So me and him are arguing about stuff, and you can watch my previous video from last night that goes like further into depth on what was going on, and some things I'm not allowed to talk about on here, but long story short, we were just getting into arguments, and so he would take me in and out of his Instagram bio, and he would also remove me from his profile picture. So like, I would ask him about it, and he's like, listen, people know that we're together. He said, it doesn't really matter, but we need to fix our relationship before you get put back in my bio. So that was kind of like the thing that he was saying. It was pretty much a punishment that I wasn't in it. So we're gonna name my ex Noah and his ex Olivia. So at this point, Olivia texts me this random day just out of the blue and goes, hey, is this Reagan? We need to talk. So I don't know what brain this is, but this is what the tube looks like. So Olivia pretty much just says, I think that Noah is lying to the both of us. We need to talk. But James calls me, Noah, what? Guys, I can't do these code names. So Noah calls me, and I'm like acting so off, and he's like, tell me what's wrong. Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what's wrong. I was like, you're cheating on me, which I had already assumed that he was cheating on me just with another girl, and I'm pretty sure that he did. So yeah, he was like, listen, Reagan, she is crazy. Like, don't listen to her. Yes, like I had been talking to her, but like I wasn't cheating on you. Like, me and her had just been texting because I'm going through a lot, and like I promise I will block her. So at this point, I pretty much just forgive him, and he was like, I promise I won't ever do it again. Well, Olivia's mom texts Noah and like pretty much just says like, you cannot ever reach out to this girl again. Like, don't. And that's when he like starts crying, and I was like, what is going on? And he was like, well, I was just really close with her mom. So a couple days go by, and like we're trying to fix things, we're trying to be okay, and it's just like sitting in the back of my mind, and I'm like, I can't do it. So I break up with him. So let's just say when we broke up, it was messy, and I had to stay. Not willingly, if you were getting what I'm hinting. So a month goes by, and I'm trying to literally do whatever I possibly can to figure out like, how do I get out of this? And pretty much then I finally get him blocked and stuff, and then this girl, another girl, comes in. So this other girl from Noah's past, she like starts texting me and stuff, and she's like, I'm so sorry, like I can't imagine what you're going through and what you have been through. Well, anyways, she ends up prank calling Olivia. Well, Olivia thinks that I was the girl who called because it was like no caller ID. And like at this point, I had still had Olivia blocked on iMessages. And so she has one of her friends iMessage me, and it's like, girl, like grow up, like put on your big girl panties and literally text Olivia yourself, and like, why don't you guys like handle it? So I finally send her like this big long paragraph, and I was like, listen, I don't know why we don't like each other. I was like, if you knew the stuff that went on, like you would not hate me, you would be hating Noah. So she finally texted me back, and she's like, oh my gosh, yes, like can we please talk? And she was like, I'm so glad that like you're reaching out to me. I would love to talk, and I would love to like piece things together. So while me and him were together, he was like going to basketball games and stuff, and like she was at the basketball games, and like she would say something to him like, does your girlfriend know that you're here? And he's like, yeah, she's not crazy like you. So like at that point, like he wasn't cheating on me, but he was still talking to her. Also, disclaimer now, me and Olivia are actually really close now, and I'm gonna explain to you like how she didn't know, because she actually genuinely did not know. So at some point in time, he tells her that me and him had been broken up, and he takes me out of his bio. Now he's still following me, obviously, and like I'm not checking this all the time, so God knows how long it was and I didn't notice. But like we have each other blocked on everything. Something we didn't know that he was following both of us. So I actually never had access to his phone, and so, but also towards the end of the relationship, I was going up there to see him, and he like would never come down here, and so she had his location, but she never saw that he was coming down here. So she seriously did think that we were broken up. Well, anyways, one day she found out that I was coming up there. Well, because he told her. So he had told her that, like, we were broken up, but I was insanely crazy, and texted his mom and told her that I was coming up there, which his mom did like me. Anyways, he was like, I'm cutting her off when she comes up here. Now I'm just gonna explain, like, some crazy things that he had done. Like, so for prom, he didn't get approved to come to my prom, and so like him and his mom were trying to convince me to go to this like inn place, and like instead of going to my prom and like taking pictures there and stuff. Well, guess what? Guess who was having prom the same exact night, and that's where their prom was. And that's where they took pictures. Olivia. Olivia was going to be there that night. So we also found out, looking back through text messages and stuff, he was copy and pasting messages and sending us these same exact TikToks. Like, he would literally send us the same TikTok at the same time. Like, he would just hit both of our names and send it to us. Copy and paste the same long paragraphs, send them both to us. Also, guys, I know that this is not my shade, but I'm only wearing it because I ran out of my other one. This is another crazy one. He had a burner phone and a burner Snapchat account. And it's not like he needed a burner phone because he got grounded, because his mom never grounded him. So God knows what the burner phone was for. Actually, we do. We'll get to it. This is literally the craziest part of all. He would FaceTime me and stuff and like pretend to be asleep. And so I'm guessing he would like mute his mic or something, and he would call her. And like, he would like turn the volumes down on both. And the only reason why we know about this is because we put the timestamps together. And when I tell you, he's asleep on the phone with both of us through two different phones.